Hi guys, it's Emily from Australian Frugal here, back with another video for you all. This is the video talking about all the nitty-gritty details of the car loan, how much we're paying, how much it's worth, how much we're going to pay over the life of the loan, what percentage, all of that. So if you're a money nerd and you're keen for that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified when I post new videos, and let's get into it. All right, so again, I'm gonna have my little book down here with my numbers so that I can give you the exact numbers. So if I'm looking down, that's what I'm looking at, but here we go. So basically, 2022, August 2022, car crash, car accident, waited a couple of weeks, wasn't having anything happening, had to get a new car, couldn't afford to rent a new car, to rent a hire car while we worked out what was going with the other car. We got bad information that it was a write-off, but in the end it was the right decision anyway, because we wouldn't have been able to afford to fix it. We just didn't have that much in our emergency fund, which sucks. Keep an emergency fund. So we had to get a car. We had to get a car fast. This was when used car stock was really low. We ended up having to drive like 2 hours. I had to get a friend to drive our entire family, kids and all, 2.5 hours to go and look at and pick up this car same day, a whole deal. But yeah, there wasn't a lot of cars around. Everything was super expensive, and we were restricted on what lender we could use, and what the interest rate and all that was going to be. So while this is a good interest rate for us, comparatively, and we'll talk about why, you may be shocked by the numbers and the interest rate. So fair warning, this is not a 1% car loan or whatever. And I mean, a 1% car loan was great, it would be great, but I don't know if that's realistic. Either way, so basically, we had to get this car loan in my partner's name because on paper I earn very little money. In general, I earn not a ton of money, probably, I don't know, I think I'm bringing in 25, this is really rough, 25k a year, although that is significantly increasing. But after deductions, because it turns out as a social media influencer, you can deduct a lot from your taxes. On paper, I don't make a ton, even less money. So we were going to go through his credit, his name, and he had 99% of all of the 69k that we paid off was in his name. The last car loan was in my name. So his credit was really crap. When we started paying off, he's okay. He's just mucking around playing with his siblings. When we were paying off debt, his credit rating started with a 3, which I didn't know was possible. And then when we got the last car loan, my car that was written off, which I owned outright, by the way, his credit was 402, 405. So really bad. I don't know what it is now because it's January. I'll have to look it up again for you. If I find it, I'll pop it up on the screen for you. But he doesn't have a fantastic credit rating. It is definitely on the way up. It is definitely recovering. If I had to guess right now, I'd say it's probably in the mid 500s. But yeah, for example, mine is 893 with one credit agency, and I think 780 with the other credit agency. So I have the better credit rating, but on paper I make a lot less money. Well, I do make a lot less money, and on paper I make even less money. So we had to go through his. So his credit rating really restricted us. Then there were certain other things that I insisted on, which was no early payout fee, because if you know me and if you've been following for a while, you know that this car loan is not hanging around. This is not sticking around, and I ain't paying a fee to get out of it. So we are going to be paying this off as soon as we have the money. We're doing $5 here, $10 there at the moment, but as soon as we are able to, as soon as the family court stuff's done and all of that, and I have my emergency fund sorted, I am going to throw everything we've got at this car loan. So everything we've got. So no early payout fee was important to me. And also we have 3 kids and 2 in car seats, and our oldest has medical issues and requires certain things when it comes to harnessing and air conditioning and safety features. So those all had to come into play. So first of all, let's talk about what the car was to give you guys a frame of reference, and then I'll get into the details of the loan and all of that. So it is a 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander. Is that what they're called? Yeah, Mitsubishi Outlander, and it had, I think, 112,000 Ks on the kilometers on the clock. One owner, been taken care of, great, awesome, perfect. I think from everything I've read, it's a really good car. It's not huge. It is a 7-seater, which, sorry, I had to deal with the kids. They are playing and fighting over the toy that they were playing with. Either way, what was I saying? It's a 7-seater. That is because my son has seizures, events, whatever you want to call them, and he can't be between the other kids because he will fall and crush the baby or hurt himself or suffocate on the straps on the car seats. And the two, we have two, one in a booster, one in a car seat. We've got a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old, so they're in things. He doesn't fit safely in between them, and it's just not safe. So we were advised to get a 7-seater so that he could have the back row, and so when he goes down for a seizure, he's not knocking into anything, he's not hurting himself, he's not hurting anybody else. It's much safer for him. It's also much safer for the other kids, and it's much safer for me because it means he's safer and I have the time to pull over so I can deal with the event rather than it being as frantic as it would before. So yeah, that's what the car is, and let's get into the numbers. So we ended up, for the car, we paid $24,990, so basically $25,000. Then there was a brokerage fee because we used a broker to find the best loan with hubby's credit rating. We knew we had to use a broker. We were recommended this great broker. They're great. They have a set $990 fee. We've seen brokerage fees in the 2000s, and I think the last car loan, it was about $1,600 something was the brokerage fee, which was ridiculous, through the car lot, even though, yeah. Anyway, there was a $555 establishment fee and a $10 transaction fee where they set up like the direct debit stuff. So all up, it ended up being $26,545 for the car, including all of those fees. So brokerage, establishment, and transaction fee. Nothing I say in this video should be taken as financial advice. This is simply my situation. These are my numbers. This is my loan. So please don't take that as financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Please look up and speak to somebody professional about your money situations. Okay. That's through LiQWYD. So that's who they ended up going with because they have no early exit fee, no monthly fee, which I was really happy with. And yeah, they're very easy to work with so far. And here we go into the bit. So we got a 12.89% interest rate. And I know a lot of you just spat water on your keyboards, but for example, the last car loan we had was 25. It was 24.95%. So 12.89 sounds like a freaking dream to me. So it's almost half the interest rate of the last one. For example, our last car loan was $8,500 for the car. I put $500 down, so it was an $8,000 car loan. With all the establishment fees and everything, it worked out to be $1,200. It was $11,989 something, but to say $1,200 at 25%. It was a 3-year loan, and I paid it off in 14 and a half months, and I ended up paying $14,900 something. So smashed it, and that's the plan for this one. So that's why this doesn't feel so bad. And with his credit rating, that's pretty good. So 12.89% over, this is the other part, over 7 years or 84 months. So again, a huge amount. The monthly minimum payment is $481.32. That's what gets direct debited from my bank account each month. And if I was to never pay an extra dollar on it and just pay the minimum payment for the 84 months, the 7 years, I would end up paying $40,431. and it would be paid off in July 2029. So there's that. The current balance on the loan, so it started out as 26,545. The current balance on the loan is 25,000 even. So we were finishing the year at 25,150. So I took $150 of hubby's holiday pay and threw it on the car loan, and just didn't go grocery shopping that week. And we did a bit of a pantry challenge so that it would start 2023 as 25 even, because that would keep me motivated and accountable. And because just so we're clear, family cork stuff is sort of on pause for at least 6 or so months. So touch wood, that is resolved soon. The current payoff date is June 2029. So I've made a few small extra so I've made four monthly payments and a few small extra repayments. For example, they gave it to us without a full tank of gas, and they usually give they usually top them up. So instead, what they had me do is run the car until it was empty and the light was on, and fill it up all of the way, and then send them a picture of my receipt, and then they reimbursed me that and just put that money straight into my bank account. It was $95. It cost about $95 to fill it, which is so good. It's so much cheaper than the last car. So I took that $95 because I wasn't expecting that. Wasn't the plan. I was just going to have to pay it either way. And I threw that directly onto the car loan because I'm front loading the loan. The more money I put on it now, the more interest I'm not paying over the space of the car loan. So I threw that on there. I sold something on Marketplace for, I think it was $5. I threw $5 on there. There was the $32 payment that I got back from like Medicare. I threw that on there. So I've just been throwing little dribs and drabs at it. And then the big payment I've made was that $150. I think that's the biggest payment I made. I'll show you at some point. But we're at $25,000, and we've already knocked a month off the car loan. So if I just stopped now and started just paying the minimum for the rest of the life of the loan, it would be paid off a month earlier. But I've shaved off $3,657.79 off the car loan. So when I was looking, I think the total extra payments I've made is like for 600. It's under 6 or around 600. So I made 600 in extra payments in the last 4 months, and I've knocked $3,657.79 off this car loan that I'm not going to pay in interest. So that I'm very happy with that. So that's the plan. Right now, because my minimum payment is $481.32, I'm planning to do $500 a month minimum while I'm paying for the family court and refilling my emergency fund and doing back to school expenses, and rego is due, and so is a service. All of that, I'm going to make it an even $500. And then once I have some money coming in again, I'm going to be smashing it with $5 here, $10 there. And just so we're clear, yes, I have made $5 payments, and yes, I will keep making $5 payments. And yeah, so that's the car loan, that's the details, that's the numbers for you money nerds. Yes, I know that interest rate is shocking, and that if I was not going to pay extra, paying $40,000 for a car is freaking ridiculous. But my plan is to pay under $30,000 for it. So touch wood. So stay tuned for that. I will give you updates of where it's at, how much I'm paying, what the balance is right now, what the interest is, all of that. If you want to see that, let me know below. And I will catch you in the next one. Don't forget, if you like this kind of content, to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little notification bell to be notified when I post new videos. It really does help the channel when you guys like and comment and tell me what you guys want to see. And yeah, I will be back with more videos.